Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to TWS episode 5.
Oh, episode 5.
Yeah.
My
I didn't think we'd
gosh.
get it, you know. I thought I thought I'd give up after episode 2. I thought, like, no,
I'm proud of you, Dan.
I don't want to do this anymore. We get 8 people watch us every week. Persistence is key, though. We will get there.
The 8 people matter.
They do, yeah, because they tune in every week, and we appreciate that.
It's good to see everybody
very
again.
Nice. Very nice of you. I've just noticed that none of the chat is showing up on Beam. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure what they're looking at YouTube. So welcome everybody on YouTube. Thanks very much for tuning in. We got to have our celebratory round of applause, or we can't get started on it. Oh, it's just bad luck. It's just
So
bad
in
luck. So
3,
we have to
2.
have to have it running. No, not yet.
Okay, not yet.
Not yet. Not allowed
You're
to do it yet.
building the suspense,
I'm
are
building
you?
suspense, yeah. Mostly because something didn't log in. Because it's live, though. We can't do anything about it. It's
Oh!
great.
It's live. And saying on live, we are live on Beam. We are live on Kick. We are live on YouTube, of course, and Twitter /X, however you want to call it, and Facebook. So
Facebook,
if you're joining us on any of
we're live on
those,
the big boys tonight.
it's good to see you.
We're trying to boost the signal, guys. If you are watching and you are enjoying it, make sure you share it with all your mates. Let us know that we're live as well. See if they're interested in what we're talking about, what we're driving about, or a vibe, etc. Yeah, sharing it, liking it, commenting, chatting in the live.
Give us a
all really
thumbs up,
massively helps.
hearts, all that good
For the
stuff.
first hour, Calandrel, yes. Just for the first hour. Right. On that note, we've got to do the cheer. Here we go.
Let's do a cheer.
Oh, it didn't work. Let's try again. Ready?
Oh.
There we go.
Hey, that's better. That's what we like to hear. Starting strong.
Indeed. So, our normal thing, we talk about cool, positive stuff that's going on in the world. Although I don't know if this is cool and positive. So, we found out that there's earthquakes detected around the largest active volcano in Washington state.
Oh.
In election year, on my bingo card, a volcanic eruption that could wipe out the East Coast was just not on it.
No.
No.
I don't agree.
No. I mean, yeah, there was a lot on my bingo card, but this definitely wasn't the one. They do say, however, that these are all built up from earthquakes that have been happening over the past 6 months. This month, though, they've had a lot of earthquakes. But according to scientists, nobody should panic.
Not yet.
Not yet. But maybe soon. We got no idea.
Well, it's the nature of the planet that it's going to revolve and shift and change, and things are going to happen. And I find it exciting more than anything, because sometimes you don't see these things in a lifetime. So it's first for me.
So this happened in the Mount Adams area. I don't know if that's the equivalent of anywhere, but yeah, based in the Mount Adams area, they just got to wait for the seismic experts have got machines set up and they are monitoring the situation 24/7. Actually, I'm quite interested in this. If we find out more information about this one, I think we're going to keep you abreast.
That's a big word.
Abreast of the situation. Knock, 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 knock. All right, on to animal news, because we love animals on the TWS.
I'm super excited for this one. There's been a fox hybrid. Have you seen?
I have seen now.
Yeah.
This.
Well, their name is Dachshunds.
Yeah.
They have been found in Brazil, of all places. It's a new breed. It's basically a dog and fox hybrid. So this little girl has just come out of nowhere, and now we have a dog fox. So if you like those two animals and you wanted them to combine for their own special animal, you're in luck, guys. It's now a thing.
She's very cute.
She is adorable.
Yeah. My worry is this human engineering, or is this actually nature?
Supposedly she was discovered.
She was discovered in the bins outside of some bar in
I'd imagine.
in Brazil.
Yeah, so they're claiming she was discovered. There's been no information if she was engineered or created. So
Yeah, she's very cute.
we like.
Yeah,
So
yeah. I mean,
Dachshunds.
if this is an actual breed and this is going to be a thing, I reckon they'll be easily domesticated. According to the article, she already has been domesticated.
Oh,
She's very friendly to everybody that comes to visit her and says hello, just like any good doggo.
yeah.
So yeah, yeah, cool. As long as it's not us screwing with nature,
I'm all down.
I'm down. If you want more information on Doxim, there's loads of it on YouTube, TikTok, etc. Again, this is the kind of thing we like to see on the internet. We like to see good news. I love animals as well, as you guys know. So yeah, this is cool. 10 out of 10 with pets. Same. Same. Oh, look at a little fish just go. Oh yeah, let's go give a little quiz. Yeah.
Oh, could
I
you
like it.
imagine all the different shades of foxes, and imagine if they intertwine as well, so you can not only get black, you can get maybe orange and tan and white.
That'd be kind of cool. I'll be interesting to find out what her barks sound like as well. In fact, I'm going to break the rules here because I don't normally do this because it screws up a rotation. But I'm going to look her up on the internet
Oh,
and I'm going to see if we can see what she sounds like. Let's have a look. How do you spell her name? Doxim?
yeah, DOXIMS.
Yeah.
Dachshunds. I like that name as well. Whoever came up with that, it's very inventive. I like a good pet name. If you've got any great pet names, put them in the comment.
All right, here we go. Doxim the fox.
I'm interested too.
You have to let us know if you can hear it, guys. You should be able to. Hold on.
Breed. This remarkable creature challenges
There we go. We'll put it on the big screen. Hold on. Jump into screen studio.
In a groundbreaking discovery, scientists have confirmed the world's first known dog-fox hybrid. This remarkable creature challenges the long-held belief that foxes and dogs could not possibly interbreed due to their significant genetic differences. The unique animal named Dachshund was discovered in Brazil in 2021 after
Wait,
being hit
finding
by
a-
a car
finding a
and brought to a
dog
vet clinic,
fox
where
hybrid
staff
is not on the
initially struggled to
apocalypse
determine whether the
list,
young
is it?
female was a dog
thing,
or a
is that not
fox.
one of the four?
Dachshund had an
One of
intriguing
the four
mix of
horsemen
fox
of the
and dog
apocalypse is going to be an
characteristics,
adorable
with a
dog
medium build,
fox.
large pointed
Was it like
ears,
Pete
thick wiry
Davidson?
fur, and a
I
long
don't know.
slender snout. Initially cautious and shy around humans, she gradually warmed
Oh,
up to
he's
her
so cute.
caretakers during her time at the vet clinic. The hybrid's behavior showed a mixture of fox and dog traits. She barked
It
like
looks
a
like
dog,
an Alsatian
occasionally played with
fox.
toys, moved like a
see that?
fox,
See by
and
the-
preferred to
the-
eat
the-
live rodents.
Yeah, it looks like an Alsatian
Conservationist
fox,
Flavia
yeah.
Ferrari, who worked closely with the hybrid during her recovery, described Dachshund as an amazing animal who occupied a unique space between a dog's docility and the expected aggressiveness of a wild canid.
Yeah,
Intrigued
it's-
by the
you can see
animal's
intelligence
peculiar
there as well. That looks like a
characteristics,
smart
local
doggo
university
fox.
researchers
Fox doggo.
conducted
Don't have
extensive
the intelligence
genetic
of a
testing.
dog,
These
but the
tests
cunning of a
revealed that
fox.
Dachshund had a total of 76
But you abbreviate
chromosomes,
the two, it
a
doesn't really
remarkable
sound that great,
fusion
'cause if
of
you
the
had
74
fox dog,
chromosomes of the
you could
fox
go
and the
fog,
78 chromosomes
call
of the
it a
dog.
dox.
Genetic analysis identified the hybrid's
Doesn't
mother
really
as a
work.
pampas fox
We'll
and
have to
its
figure
father
out a
as an
name.
unidentified breed of domestic dog.
Oh, it doesn't know
Sadly,
the breed.
Dachshund died earlier this year of undetermined causes. Scientists speculate that she may have been able to reproduce. This groundbreaking discovery not only challenges our current understanding of the natural world, but also inspires further research into hybrid fertility. Dachshund's existence raises the possibility that more of these enigmatic hybrids may be living unnoticed in the world.
That's cool. That's cool. It's sad that she died, though. I didn't know that she died.
No, I didn't know she passed
So
away.
that's also kind of sad.
No, we need to get some positivity back. We need having a bit of sad there.
All right. Okay, we got it. I've got you.
Okay.
I've got you.
It's just too
So,
sad.
in cool news, NASA is trying to clear up our spaceways because Elon Musk is building Starfleet. I'm
You
not
hope.
making this up. There was an entire thing about him talking about making Starfleet or the Federation. I hate the guy, but I'm kind of excited about joining Starfleet. So I'm of two minds. I know this isn't why NASA is doing this. They're just worried about the problem in space or our orbital issues becoming having its own gravitational pull. Imagine like a big ball of garbage having its own gravitational pull. Everybody's seen the Futurama episode. You know it happens. It's a thing. It can happen. But basically what NASA want to do is pay somebody $2.7 million for innovating a recycling project in space.
In space.
So if any of you are like budding scientists and you've got a great idea of how to clear up the shit in space, you get on the old blow at the NASA and go, oi,
NASA.
I've got this proper good idea about how to kill up, like, sort out your trash in space. Like, proper sort it. Know what I mean? That's kind of cool. But NASA is ready to pay up to $3 million, $2.7 million euros in cash prizes for innovative ideas of how to recycle material waste created by its space missions.
That'd be pretty cool.
As space missions, especially future-long duration ones, create inorganic waste streams like food packaging, discarded clothing, materials from science experiments. U.S. Space Agency wants to recycle this waste into usable products for science and exploration. In space! NASA's Lunar Cycle Challenge looks like to design and develop energy-efficient, low-mass or low-impact recycling solutions that will make long-term missions more sustainable.
Ooh.
I mean, that's some cool science right there. I mean, in the science.
I like science.
In the science. Yeah, I mean, that's somebody just said in chat. Even Starfleet or Star Trek has its dickheads in the show, so maybe Elon Musk would be classed as like a Cardassian.
Oh, I see that.
Because they're like wankers, right? Cardassians, the brain, they're pretty shit. So like a really shit rate, like that's Elon Musk. Maybe he is a Cardassian in disguise.
Ooh. The plot thickens.
Yeah. He's definitely not Riker because he can't mount furniture. Yeah, that's some cool stuff. So that's our science bit for the week.
So if you've got any innovations or if you have any thoughts of any kind, just get on the blower to NASA.
Get on the blower to NASA. You can get in contact with NASA just by going on their Twitter or going on their website. FYI, there is a like little link which links you straight to what they're talking about, which is kind of cool. I'm excited for this.
I'm hoping they find a solution to their waste problem.
For their trash.
For their trash.
Trash in trash in space. And for you nerdy people, we've had a massive announcement for, I was going to say Cards Against Humanity then, because it's like the only card game I know. But Magic the Gathering is having a links up with Marvel. They're calling it Secret Lair.
Oh my gosh, I'm super excited.
So you can now have Magic the Gathering Marvel-offs.
I'm
and
down.
going through the sections, just some of the designs. They look kind of cool. I'm not a big Magic the Gathering guy. I don't really know much about it. Obviously, I know it's a card game. But people are excited about this. This is viral news. Viral news. Earth's Mightiest Heroes have been brought along a special bonus, according in the game. You'll receive one arcane signet as Earth's Mightiest emblem, with each $200 spent on a Marvel Super products while supplies last.
Card games aren't a cheap hobby.
That is expensive, man. Who's
It
got
is
200 nicker to spend on a pack of cards? Bruv, you got to sort out. No, 200 nicker. You could spend that on a good night out. You know, 200 nicker. What the hell? It's terrible.
But I like the designs. I like how they've still kept to the original artwork sort of aesthetic, and they've mixed the Marvel in with it. So it looks really cool. I like the idea.
Fans of superpower cards can now look forward to the Marvel Super Drop over at magicsecretlab.com. So we go check this out, guys. Superhero release on November 4th, 2024. These drops are available in limited quantities. While there are no hard end date or sale, we plan to clean up the storefront from time to time and remove these products. They've been around for a while. So they are around for a while. I don't know if I don't know what that means to Magic the Gathering fans. You got the Black Panther stuff, which is kind of cool. So they're all different packs. You've got Secret Lair, Marvel's Captain America. So again, that's another pack. That's kind of cool.
I like the Captain America one.
The art is very nice. The art is very nice. I see a game coming out of this, like a computer game, in the future. Secret Lair, Marvel's Iron Man. Again, the art is fantastic. It looks really nice. Also got Marvel Storm as well. We'll have a bit of Storm. Let's go. Bit of X-Men. Obviously, we've got to have Wolverine in there. He's everywhere. You can't get away from the fucker. He's everywhere. So these are just some of the archetypes and packs you can get in Magic the Gathering. Again, I'm not a Magic the Gathering guy, but even I can appreciate how good the art is on these cards. So, yeah, that's kind of cool. But this is available now. They do seem very expensive. Pricing is around, it's $40 for non-foil, and rainbow foil is $50. Does that mean the gay version's $10 more expensive? Is that what rainbow foil means? Anyone in chat?
No one's going to answer you, Dan.
No? Okay. Screw you guys. I'm just trying to find out. Yeah, but so you can have non-foil, so it's probably the straight version, and you got rainbow foil, which is probably the gay version. The gay version is $10 more expensive. What? That's crazy.
I'm all for the gay version.
You want the gay version?
I want rainbow goodness everywhere.
You want the gay version. So that's something to look at. Again, if you're interested, guys, go to magicsecretlair.com. Cool.
I think that's quite revolutionary for Magic the Gathering in the sense of that it could open up more collaborations in future. So who knows, after Marvel, who else they could potentially have a collaborative card made with.
I reckon they will have a 90s garage. They'll have a 90s garage Magic the Gathering. Can you imagine like the Artful Dodger and Craig David, like the packs?
Craig David.
Because he throws in a proper crim bowl. You know, it's like one of his moves.
Only you.
Yeah. Then the Artful Dodger's got that rewind going on, you know. I could see it. Garage cards, 90s garage.
If Magic the Gathering listened to you right now on the weekly show and they make that happen, are you going to become a Magic the Gathering fan?
Yeah, I'm gonna be into it. I'm gonna go buy that entire set. Rainbow foil is holographic. Oh, so it's not gay then. Oh, that's disappointing. I was expecting them to have like flaming Iron Man and like flaming Captain America. I mean, well,
with
Captain
their
America.
shirts off and
yeah, Captain America kind of looks flaming already, but like Tony Stark flaming gay. You know, in there, and he's like, I don't know, I can't think of an outfit, but yeah. Anyway, that's the thing. Go check that out. Moving on, because we're doing it's like NYCC, so New York Comic Con. This will be the third year I've not gone. Fourth year, mate. No, I think this is the fourth year now. I've unfortunately not been able to go due to health and funds, etc. I do like New York Comic Con. It's one of my favorite conventions. I get to see a lot of people that I don't normally get to see because when I was working the convention scene, I was always so bloody busy.
busy.
It's a great top off to the end of the year because there's lots of releases for movies, TV. Not so much on the gaming. To be honest with you, the gaming news this week has been very, very light, but I think that's due to the fact there's so much movie and TV releases. They're probably worried it'll be drowned out by that news. Yeah. So we're gonna go on a bit. We're gonna go on a bit of a trailer binge.
Ooh.
So everybody up for this trailer binge? Gonna give it a bit of a trailer binge.
I'm super excited. I want to see what's being released. There's so much being thrown at us, so I'm excited.
Oh god, yeah, forgive me. It's really dry here today, guys. All that rain and now it's dry. Okay, so first up, we are going to have a look at Electric State, which is going to be on Netflix next year.
Good old Netflix.
Good old Netflix. It's got, to be fair,
I'm hearing you out.
it's got quite a cast on it. So Millie Bobby Brown, because she's on everything on Netflix, because she must be contracted there till she's 90, I think. Woody Harrelson, because we love Woody Harrelson.
Oh, he's a legend. We love Woody Harrelson.
Kei-Hu Kwan. Anthony Mackie as well. Anthony Mackie, like, what the hell? And obviously Cog's favourite, Chris Pratt.
Don't talk to me. Why do this to me on the weekly show, Dan?
Well, it's news. We got to talk about it. It's news, right? So this is the trailer. So make sure we can actually.
In it.
Well, yeah, that comes out on March 14th on Netflix next year. Yeah, it looks alright from the trailer. It didn't look like shit. There are a lot of tropes that we did speak about when we spoke about the Thunderbolts trailer a couple of weeks ago. They do keep inserting 90s tracks and slowing them down.
Yeah.
Dubstep has become very prominent again in every trailer, and every trailer's mapped out the same. Maybe so we've got some sort of reference when we watch it. I don't know, but yeah. What do you think?
I'm not mad at the slowdown of 90s songs. I mean, they've always come back in circulation. I love a good 90s track or an 80s track.
Yeah.
But it seems like the copy and paste that they're doing with most of the trailers at the moment. I mean, the special effects look great. I mean, the story looks kind of fun. I'd definitely give it a watch when it comes on Netflix, but I've got no standpoint of how good it's going to be.
Okay. Well, because since we're coming up to Halloween as well, there's obviously a lot of there's a lot of horror stuff coming out at the moment.
Oh, this one.
So Terrifier 3, this is breaking records because it's classed as an indie film, and it's doing very well, supposedly. I've never seen Terrifier 1 or 2, so I can't tell you if this is good or not.
There's a very loyal fan base for the Terrifier franchise.
Yeah, they are called the Terrifiers, the actual clan. Yeah. Which in itself is terrifying. I
have to go back to the Terrifier.
Still buried there, isn't it?
Well, there's a gimp in there,
The only
okay.
thing that could stop them.
Gimp.
Oh, gosh.
Well, that's the naughty cut. We can't watch that on YouTube because we'll get banned.
Yes, no.
Okay. Terrifier. I've not seen the first two, so I can't give you a review or however. I mean, the trailer makes it look okay for a slasher flick. I'm not a big horror guy. I do have my horrors that I like my comfort horror. I love Friday the 13th. I love Halloween, but I think I'm more of like an old school horror guy. There's not much modern horror that I can go, yeah, you know what? I really enjoyed that. I hated the Chainsaw Massacre remake. Hated it. It was
Don't talk
absolute
about
garbage.
it. I think a lot of people are in the same thoughts when you come to that
Hated it. I really like 70s, 80s, early 90s horror. But I think the modern stuff, I think it's just gory for gory's sake. Just my take. I mean, it might be good. It might be good. It's a slasher, so it's going to be jumpy.
Yes.
Supposedly, people are walking out of the theatres, right?
They are, yes. There's been loads of videos. If you search on YouTube, there's people, like they did with other movies, they're sitting in their seats and you see people covering their eyes and real reactions while they're watching the movie. Yeah, people have walked out. People have been very scared. It's definitely been fear-mongering in the sense of how actually terrifying the Terrifier. It makes sense. But I do agree with you. The 70s, 80s, there's always a great appreciation for those movies. We won't have that era again. They're just another realm of their own, and we appreciate those. And it's nice to see a homage to that with this particular movie, I feel. Like you're saying, with Halloween and all those type of old school movies. I think they're sort of bringing that sort of taste to horror back, which I think is really good.
Okay.
What?
Just the cats is fine.
You sure?
Yeah. Do you hear that as well?
Yeah.
It might be the what's his name?
Yeah.
The Terrifier. All right. Moving on to the next one. So we've got Carry On, which has got our I mean, I always call him Eggsy because I never remember his bloody name.
Taron Egerton.
Thank you. This is another Netflix show, or film, I should say, because it's not on shows yet. Yeah,
This is
come
the
out
way the
yesterday.
world
The
works.
trailer, let's have a look.
Very hard pushed. I mean, Die Hard is up there for a lot of people. Having an action-packed, Christmassy movie.
Yeah, I mean, well, I guess we can't watch Die Hard 1 and 2 forever, can we?
No.
Because, you know, Die Hard is a Christmas movie, and I will take that.
Oh,
I will take that to my grave. I'll fight.
you're going there, Dan.
I'll
You're gonna
fight.
start
I'll
it off
fight
in
it.
the comments.
I'll fight anybody that says it's not.
I think there's a good lineup of cast. I like Taron Egerton. He's got a very good range of acting. He can be very gritty, but also he's got a good sense of humour. I didn't know that Jason Statham was in it. Jason Statham. So I think it's going to be very fun.
He's probably the villain.
You reckon?
He might be.
We'll have to wait and see.
He might actually just be in. He's quite a short bloke, so maybe he's in the case. He is.
He is the carry-on.
Jason Statham is the carry-on. I'm not just any carry-on. I'm a suitcase.
But it looks interesting. I like an action movie. Something it's sort of light-hearted at the same time. Nothing. Just I like a good Hollywood blockbustery movie. I'm down. I can't wait for that to come out. Is that this year?
That's this year.
This year.
Comes out December 13th.
I'm looking forward to it.
So that looks interesting. Chat. Sorry, chat. Did you? Yes, we've watched Red One, mate. Yes, with The Rock and Chris Evans. Yeah, that actually it looks okay. I'm not on board with Dwayne Johnson at the moment. He's been a bit of a twat, and he's kind of just finding out that he's a bit of a bully. I've kind of just gone off him a little bit, but I might watch it for Chris. I like Chris. He's cool. He was very funny in the Deadpool film. Right, so the next one, we've got another, because obviously horror season, we've got another horror film here. This is a sci-fi horror.
A sci-fi horror?
A sci-fi horror. It's got Aaron Paul, so Breaking Bad, Aaron Paul. It looks interesting. I watched this earlier, so let me know what you guys think.
I've not seen this yet.
Are you ready?
It's a Shudder film as well,
Yeah.
so you know it's going to be like proper horror.
Robots.
What do you remember?
From the director.
For an indie movie, the CG looks very good.
Moments.
Well, that didn't look particularly
Images.
great, but the first bit of CG looked good.
You spoke it up.
I did.
When I woke
Shit.
up, there was no one left.
Damn it!
Movies like this tend to have the best plots.
What happened here?
No 90s song, though.
There you go. Standing there already.
Okay. Just an interesting factoid on this. It has two. It has the two of the sons that worked on the original Thing.
Oh.
That's what made me my ears prick up a little bit. I'm not saying they're as good as their dads are as producing horror movies, but it's a good sign. It means they've got that pedigree, right? Because like the Thing, arguably one of the best sci-fi horrors of all time. That's for some reason I'm thinking that's going to be decent. That's going to be like an Event Horizon fuck with your head. I love Event Horizon. Not a lot of people liked it, but I think it's one of the most mental movies I've ever seen. Whoever wrote it was definitely on an acid trip or a bad acid trip because of how severe it gets. And I think it's one of Lawrence Fishburne's best movies. But it wasn't very well received when it first came out. But if you've never seen Event Horizon, I'm going to talk it up now, just because it's me. I think we should do a movie night.
Ooh.
I think we should do a movie night and watch Event Horizon, just to like screw everybody up that's not seen it.
Some throwback movies.
Yeah,
And that's got to be on the list.
I do like sci-fi horror. I'm a bit of a buff when it comes to that. I like it. I like it.
I like it a lot.
I like it a lot. Going back to 'cause this was on the Shudder panel. There was there was two other Shudder films, but they didn't really flick my nipples, so we just did Ash. This is one that Cog wanted to watch. This is Gladiator.
Yes.
Just got her favourite in. So I don't think Pedro wins that fight.
No?
Well, it looks like he got his head sliced off there.
No, that was Pedro doing that. That wasn't...
Oh, was it?
Yeah, he was doing that to Paul.
Mm.
So, obviously, if you've noticed Paul Mescal, he's been in many things now, but he started off in a little Hulu program called, I think it was Strange People or something People. and he was very good in that. And ever since, he's just been on the up and up. He's a very good young actor, and it's exciting to see his career bloom.
So again, this is directed and co-produced by Ridley Scott. So same peoples.
I just have one question though, Dan. Why was this a need to be made? Because the first one was so great.
Yeah, the first movie is very long though. It's a very long film, but it's a good movie. I don't know why they felt like they needed to do a Gladiator 2. I feel like it's a bit of a cash in. People have gone to see this. Like the people have sat in screenings and said it's very good. So maybe this is one of the times where a sequel's not a load of shit.
That'd be nice.
They said it's a lot more action packed than the first one. It's a lot faster pace. There's not a lot of downtime. I think for today's audience, I think that's kind of a good thing because nobody's got an attention span. So I think if there's any long, drawn-out dialogue, I think people would probably fall asleep. I'm of two minds. The action looks very good. The stunts look very good. The CGI actually looks pretty decent for once.
The cast is very strong.
The cast is strong. So, yeah, all right. I'll give it a go. I'm not going to say to everybody go out and watch this because it's got Pedro Pascal in it, but...
Or Denzel.
Yeah.
A lot of people might want to go and see it for Denzel because we all know if he's in a movie, it's going to be a great movie. I think that's very few and far between he's ever been in a movie that I dislike. There must be one out there, but it's very few and far between.
That film where he was a space pirate. It was that indie movie.
One of his
and he has to look after that chick. Pretty much, it was literally the plot for The Last of Us, but in space. And it wasn't very good. I'd probably say that's probably the worst project he's been on. Oh, and Mandalorian season 3. Not that he was in that much.
Maybe a little bit.
Maybe a little bit.
Well, compared to who they've got some big shoes to fill because obviously we have Joaquin Phoenix who was in the original. You've got to say original now. It's going to be crazy. I thought it was going to be a standalone movie, Gladiator. I never anticipated either a sequel or a prequel or a second half of any kind. So it's going to be interesting. I would give it a watch, but I think the best thing is to go in with the mindset of not comparing it to the classic Gladiator movie and making it be its own standalone movie, as you said.
Yeah. You're going to have nods to the original, though.
Especially with that moment in the trailer.
This is going to be nods to the original. We'll see. Preview screenings have said it's tested very strong. People have given it a thumbs up, not a thumbs down.
Oh, I see what you did there. But that comes out this year. I believe it's November.
Yeah, it comes out November 22nd, so just before Christmas. So technically, this is another holiday season movie.
There's so much coming out Christmas.
There is.
Or the festive season.
This is the calm before the drought instead of the storm for once, because after this, the release schedule is very, very sparse. The good time to bring up the title of the video, Hollywood is in big doo-doo. They're in the deepest of shit.
Yeah.
Thanks to the SAG-AFTRA strikes, which were supposedly there to help the industry, have actually hindered it to a point where Hollywood has knocked back production to. So, if you think of Hollywood and California and the movie industry as a whole was a big. This is not counting Europe and other countries. It's just the US. They're running it now at 28% capacity.
Wait, 28%, that's it?
28%. That then includes 48% of projects have been cancelled and shelved, so they're not being made. Any projects that were in the writing stage have been shelved and cancelled. And all operations, i.e. blockbusters, so we're talking movies that are over the 250 million or 100 million mark, are now all being shot in the UK and or Mexico.
That's so sad.
California has become so toxic for movie making that even all studios just don't want anything to do with it. They just want out. So they're all moving on.
They've all
So it looks like California used to be, the home of the silver screen. It looks like it's now moving on to some other greener pastures.
That's a shame.
A really weird one as well, although maybe not that weird because the way their economy is growing. But they're also there's 5 or 6 studios also moving to Poland. So Poland seems to be Poland, UK, Mexico, and the ones that have still got full coffers are moving to Texas, away from California. So basically, all operations are coming away from California. The way that the state of California has handled everything for the past couple of years, well, I mean, a lot longer than that, decade. Let's go for decade because it is a decade. Next year, 2015. The past 9 years has been abysmal, and greed and non-sequential BS has been their currency, and it's now biting them in the arse. And instead of forming a union that actually gives a shit about actors, voice actors, and staff, they went for a union that couldn't give a shit about any of them, and then were just there for the payouts and the glory. And it's ended up, again, there's so many actors out of work, there's so many cameramen, sound guys, caterers. It goes right down the list. It's affected the entire industry. I think the silver lining here, though, is that I believe it will start moving people away from California. I'm not saying Texas is the answer in the States. It could just be as a bad experience as California is, but the consensus is that California just cannot sustain the movie industry and TV industry anymore. Just because the main reason being it's too expensive. Second reason being it's toxified itself to a point where nobody wants to work there or have a studio there. And it's getting worse. It's 28% at the moment. Supposedly by 2025 it's going to drop as low as 15%. Again, these are just projections. These are not set in stone. This could be news outlets over dramatizing stuff because the news cycle's been a bit quiet up to New York Comic Con, which has started obviously on Friday. We'll have to wait and see. We're gonna keep an eye on this because again, this is very interesting to me. I had to fly back and forth from Los Angeles for 5 years of my life. 8 years of my life, because that's where they deemed that's where our headquarters should be. And it was a miserable existence having to fly to, and I hate Los Angeles. I can't stand Los Angeles. I'm not really a big fan of California. I didn't mind San Diego, which means whale vagina, by the way.
Does it?
It does, yeah. Whale's vagina.
Well, that's something I've learnt today.
But yeah, it's not looking good. As soon as we get more information about projections and numbers, this is obviously off the back end, which we were harking about for a good 2 months before. The numbers are gradually being trickled out to the public, i.e. the amount of money that people, or I should say people, studios, not just in the movie and TV industry, but also in the gaming industry, are becoming public. One of the other sides, if you're interested in numbers and how much stuff is costing, any projects and studios that are moving to the UK, they have to be completely transparent with how much they're earning and spending, because it's part of UK tax legislation, so they can't hide anything. So if it is, because Disney is moving, I think it was 72% of their operations to the UK now, we will know everything they're spending as fans and just people that are interested, because they won't be able to cover it up like they can in California.
So nothing will be hidden.
No. And that's crazy. That's crazy. The California has been the home of movies and TV since forever. So for it then to be moved away just because of political alignment, bad decision making, greed, that's insane. That's insane. Hollywood is where you went to make it, and now you want to stay as far away from that as possible, because it is literally a toxic landscape where money can't be made. Studios go to crash and burn, and films end up on a shelf, and obviously all the more darker stuff that we won't talk about in the show, but everyone knows about that already. The land of broken dreams, indeed. Yeah, that's crazy.
How that's changed so much in such a short span of time, really.
Yeah, but 28%.
28% is absolutely beyond minimal for the.
You can blame. A lot of people are blaming on the Democratic government, not the people that actually make the movies and want to make money. To be fair, which is really strange. This is just the general public. This is the people that work in the industry. The executives, however, are very anti-Republican, even though they made. I was trying to remember the numbers. So they, from the years of 2016 to 2020, they made a 6 to 8 billion profit every year due to tax cuts and breaks. And since the Democrats have been in power, they've been losing 15 due to tax every year. 15 billion, not like millions, 15 billion every year. Which doesn't really make any sense. I don't know why they'd be adverse to making money, bearing in mind that they are an industry that needs to make money for them to keep on making movies and TV. So there's obviously something else underlying there that we don't know about as just the average Joe, but it'd be very interesting to find out or work out what happens in the next 3 to 4 weeks, just to see what happens with the industry, see if any big moves are made. But for the minute, the industry is now running at 28%. Operations are being moved to Mexico, Texas, UK, and very interestingly, Poland. For whatever reason, I'm not quite sure. But I guess that will come out eventually. We just have to keep our ears to the ground. But we'll keep you posted, guys.
As it all unfurls.
We'll keep you posted. All we want as fans is just good. We just want we want good content again. We just want well-written, good stories, no girl bossing, no DEI. We don't want any of that shit. We just want good stories. We want that we used to get when we were kids and when we were growing up.
Immersion.
Yeah.
We want to be immersed into
You
another world.
Exactly. As we've always said, even when we're streaming as well, you just want to go watch a movie to escape. You don't want to be reminded of everyday bullshit. That's what you go to the movies for, is to escape from all of that. Just to like give you that 2 hours, hour and a half worth of just, yeah, okay, let's turn my brain off, cool.
And don't forget the most important part, the jumbo popcorn.
And the jumbo popcorn.
That's what you go to the cinema for.
And or the Tango Ice Blast, which we can't get out here, which we're very sad about.
Oh,
Man, I
sad.
love Tango Ice Blast. People that don't like Tango Ice Blast are just dead inside.
Yeah.
Tango Ice Blast is the one. Tango Ice Blast and a packet of blue M&Ms.
You're not for the nachos?
It's just always really expensive.
They are very expensive.
I just sneak food in because it's too expensive in the cinema and theatre.
If you're listening out, cinemas,
you got to lower your prices.
Yeah, lower your prices.
You fucking piss takers.
Yeah.
Okay, so something ridiculous that somebody asked us to cover, and again, if you want us to cover stuff, all you got to do is either send me an email, which somebody did this time, which was a very nice email. Thank you very much for sending me that email. I can't say your name online because you didn't give me permission to, but I really appreciate the email, so thank you very much. That's given me a bit of a boost this week, knowing that you're enjoying the show, so that's what we do it for. We just do this to entertain people. It'd be nice if our numbers kind of creeped over the 1,000 mark every now and again because, 20,000 subscribers and our views are crap. YouTube, can you kind of sort out your algorithm, please? Or can somebody I don't know, maybe Disparu will share our video this week. I reckon Hudson should go and kidnap him until, and then just say, like, Disparu, can you share if you share the video, I will treat you to a greasy kebab.
Shout out to Disparu.
Just like your haircut.
We love your content.
Yes, very good, mate. Very good. Just wash your hair. So, what we got? Yeah. So this is ridiculous, redonkulous. In fact, I didn't know about this. I kind of stay away from drama online, but this is the thing. So the actress from the new. Let's just get off this back off so I can just see this. So the actress from Wicked.
Yes, Cynthia Elvaro or Eruvio. I can't say her last name, but Cynthia, who plays Elphaba in the first ever movie adaptation of the musical Wicked.
Yeah.
She's caused a bit of controversy on the old social media because they have released this image, which
Yeah.
Dan has put up on the screen.
Yeah.
Now, there's nothing really offensive about it.
Nope.
The only thing is there are a lot of loyal fans to the musical, and the poster is quite iconic in the musical world,
Yeah.
supposedly. So,
Yeah.
in the original musical poster, Elphaba, who Cynthia is...
Do you want that up?
Yeah, of course. So, compared to the older
I'm really
one,
prepared this week. I'm such a nerd.
So here's all the adaptations of the poster. So obviously the musical version is covering her eyes. There's like a smirk, and it leaves a bit of mystery to what Wicked's all about. And a lot of people find that nostalgic and or impactful, and they wanted the poster to look as close or resemble that as much as possible. The one on the other side, which is the movie poster, of course her eyes are showing, as you can clearly see. But nobody was really offended by it much. But the fans were so excited for the movie, someone made a fan edit, which is right underneath the both at the top.
Yeah. So this being the original,
That being the original.
and then the fan edit at the bottom.
And all they did was gave her a shadow on her eyes to look more like the musical version, and the red lip with the smirk. Now, I didn't personally find anything offensive from doing that. I think a lot of other people, with any franchise, let alone if it's Harry Potter or Star Wars, there's always going to be fan edits of the characters that people really love. And particularly, Cynthia was not happy with the fan edit, saying that they're trying to remove her.
That's what she said there.
That's what she said there. So
Can you read that? Do you want me to read that?
let's see if I can. Hold on. I don't think I can see that on my screen, so you might have to read that from where you are.
Okay, so this is the wildest, most offensive thing I've ever seen. Can everybody see that? Yeah. It's the wildest, most offensive thing I've ever seen, equal to that awful AI of us fighting, equal to the posing of the question. Okay, English. None of this is funny. None of this is cute. It degrades me. It degrades us. The original poster is an illustration. I'm a real-life human being who will choose to look right down the barrel of a camera to you, the viewer, because without words, we communicate with our eyes. Our poster is a homage, not an imitation. To edit my face and hide my eyes is to erase me, and that is just deeply hurtful. Is she being serious?
I thought she was...
Because I looked her up, because I don't know who the fuck this person is. I don't know any of her work. I've never watched any of it. I thought maybe looking at her Instagram, maybe looking at her Twitter, I get a bit of insight. She is very leftist. So this kind of fits her narrative. She believes this is insulting to her as an actor. Sorry, I can't say actress anymore. Actor. What?
It's a shame. It is a shame. I think there's been a lot of people asking for this movie to be made for a long time.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of hype around it. I mean, you've got some real crackers of names in this. You've got Jeff Goldblum, you've got Michelle Yeoh, you've got Jonathan Bailey. They're all really standout actors, and they've been in other things that are really great, and they can sing, and they've got musical talent. I think they've chose her because I don't really think she's acted much beforehand. I think she's been more of a singer or an artist, and this is her first sort of
thing is, when I look at Wicked, I had to go through Victoria every day for like a decade. So I'd see Wicked the musical every time I'd walk out of Victoria Station in London, and that was the poster I would see, would be the eyes covered up. And yeah, I'd never really, I would have thought, as somebody that I briefly did stage, I'm not going to go into that, that's a part of my life I don't really like talking about. I would be honoured if somebody did me an AI poster of just looking exactly like the original. I would see that as like not as a slight, but as a good thing.
Yeah, I would personally.
It means you've been accepted by the fan base, surely.
That's what a lot of people have said. It's more of an acceptance to the world of Wicked,
Yeah.
and
like they're saying, like, yeah, we think your voice is cool, or we like your vibe. So yeah, you're welcome to the Wicked franchise. Surely, I don't see this woman. Just to put it out, this woman is 37 years old.
Oh, really?
37 years old. If she was in her early 20s, just starting out, or a little bit green, etc., maybe a little bit too overt, or maybe she's come from a background which has got a chip on her shoulder, which unfortunately a lot of people do. Okay, but still, her agent should just be saying to, or at least leading her, or somebody around her, if she's surrounding herself with good people, should go, yeah, this is not insulting to you at all. This is actually a compliment. You should be taking it as such. This is the fandom, the people that are going to be buying tickets to watch your movie, saying, you're cool, we like you. You could be our Elphaba. But she's taken it completely out of context, and now people are going to hate her for it. I'm kind of, we're seeing a pattern here. I don't know if you agree with me or not, but we're seeing a pattern here, especially between actors and performers and musicians. They're very good in this day and age of putting their foot in their mouths and being so deaf to the fan base, or being so deaf to the origins, yeah, or just whatever they're acting by, be it a game or a film, because there's a lot of remakes at the moment, so maybe they're starring in a remake, so they've got to kind of cater to not just the new audience but the older audience as well, because without both of them, their product won't be a success. And it's insane to me that nobody is coaching them of how to. This is how you make money. This is how you become a successful individual. And then when you've made your money, and then when you are a success, you can then go and do your whole activism thing. But while you're still a newbie, and while you're still a nobody, and especially while you're on the payroll of a studio, shut the fuck up. But nobody says that to them. They're just like, yeah, you know what? Be an activist. Piss everybody off. Stop people going to watch our movies because you keep opening your fucking mouth all the time.
Well, I think there's probably a backwards thought process to this, because I think they put something like that out there for people then to talk about it, like we are, in all fairness, but for the wrong reasons. You want people to be excited for your movie and talk fondly on your movie, or say something in a positive manner, and it's just going to breed negativity. I am really surprised, like a lot of people, why the just negative reaction to someone making a fan edit. There's been many other movies far bigger than Wicked, no offense, that have had many fan edits, and many people put their own spin on things, and nobody's ever really said anything other than, oh, that looks really cool, or that looks really crap. But with this is just one of those ego moments of that. She's like, this is my Elphaba, I want it to be our Wicked, not the Wicked that you so fondly know. But the whole reason the movie got made is because there's such a fandom for the musical.
Because of the musical, exactly.
There's going to be changes, don't get me wrong. There's going to obviously be adaptations and little homages.
Because there's a lot that you can do on stage that you can't do on the screen, which is fair.
And of course, it's based off of a book initially. The musical, it was a book beforehand, and they might have all those little bits come in eventually. So it's sort of mixing the book and the musical, and now a movie.
And thanks to Wicked the musical, I'm now an expert on the makeup brand Krylon.
Yeah, it's what they use for the green, supposedly.
Yeah, and it's what they also use in all the sci-fi movies now, because it's a makeup brand that doesn't come off when you sweat. And for some reason, I won't go into it. I know how to mix it, color it, spread it. Yeah.
All I can say, though, green of all colours as a face paint, that must be so hard to take off.
One of the things I'd say about the makeup when I watched the trailer is that they've not blended her very well, have they? She's very one tone.
One dimension.
One dimension. Surely she'd have, because that's not how people's faces work on shadows and stuff. Surely should be better blend. I don't know.
The one thing that I am sceptical with the Wicked movie, not only is it being based upon a musical, which we've had many musical adaptation movies beforehand, I just don't want it to be that they choose a really great cast of artists and the soundtrack's phenomenal, but the film lacks substance.
Yeah.
I think that's the one thing that people are concerned about. It is basic. It's a musical movie, and I don't know how they're going to make it seem interesting, because the story's pretty simple or simplistic in itself. And
and bearing in mind that the Wizard of Oz is superior to Am I allowed to say that?
Of course you are. Yeah.
The
I
Wizard of
agree.
Oz is always going to be superior to Wicked. Let's be honest. I mean, the Wizard of Oz is a classic, where Wicked is just like a jumped up stage show. And when I went to go and see it twice, forced by the way, I fell asleep both times because after the long legged dancing girls stop in the second act, when it becomes a bit darker, I kind of lost interest. I was like, yeah, this is boring. I can watch this kind of angsty stuff on anime. I just can't do that instead.
Okay.
No, but seriously, it's a well written stage show. I've got respect for musicals, etc. And what she's done is she's basically just pissed on everybody's parade in the fandom, and it's a shame. It's a shame. And Pete, there are so many AI posters made on a weekly, monthly basis, especially if they've just bought out a new fandom or there's a new IP or a sequel or something, and they just made it look like the fan art. They do it with Star Wars. They do it with Back to the Future. They do it with sci-fi. You just list is endless. And for this actor to just get out of a pram over it, it's really fucking
For a
stupid.
statement that extreme, it's a little bit over the top.
Well, I'm like, I fucking love being RoboCop. Yeah, there's a lot of instances where, but you do realise that they're both men. So you could then go down the thing that this is down to her ego, the fact that she feels that, or she feels it's a slight because as an actress she can't act without her eyes. Maybe she's just not got the chops to do that. Maybe she couldn't be RoboCop
Oh.
and or Judge Dredd. See? We can both play this game. And I am right now. Come at me, fam. I'll have you. I'll wear a helmet. I can still act with a helmet on. I wear a helmet every day. It's called my head. Anyway, enough of that shit. But thank you very much for sending that to our attention. Again, if you want us to like say your name, make sure you put it in the email because we can't otherwise. But I really appreciate you sending that over. Thank you very much.
Thank you for that request.
We appreciate it. So something close to my heart, because obviously the character shares my name, although it's not going to be about him, which is a shame. Karate Kid.
What's
It's been
this?
announced. So we've got Cobra Kai is finishing soon.
Oh, sad.
This is not a spin-off of Cobra Kai. It's got nothing to do with Cobra Kai.
So no Johnny Lawrence.
No Johnny Lawrence. Although
Oh.
Johnny Lawrence is canon because he's in the Karate Kid.
So he might have a cameo.
It'd be really awesome if he turns up. But I don't think he will. I think it's just going to be Jackie Chan,
Ralph Macchio.
Ralph Macchio, and Ben Wang. So Ben Wang's the Karate Kid. Jackie Chan is playing the Mr. Miyagi figure of the movie.
I see that suits.
Yeah, I kind of, what would have been cool is if it was a spin-off of Cobra Kai, like something with a larger budget. I would have enjoyed that, and I love the Johnny Lawrence character. They fleshed him out so much in the show. I think he deserves his own movie, even if it's just a next Netflix or like once the show's finished, and maybe his own spin-off. I think that'd be kind of cool. Because I'd watch Johnny Lawrence just in a show, nothing to do with karate. Just him being Johnny Lawrence would be amazing.
He's such
like
a
trying to use
character.
Twitter for an hour. I'd watch that in an episode. He's like if he looked up Boomer, it'd literally be Johnny Lawrence with his picture going, "Quiet!" And that'd be, I'd watch that.
I'd be all for that as well.
I'd watch that. But it's cool seeing Ralph in there. I still can't believe that Ralph is 63 years old.
I think he's lying.
I can't get
Or
over that.
He's got a
I can't get
picture
over
in
the
his
fact that
attic
Ralph
or
is
something.
63 years old. The guy just doesn't age. He looks like he's in his late 40s.
He looks fantastic. Whatever you're on, can we just know
He's
your
drinking
secrets?
Blood of Virgins, I think.
Yeah. It would make sense.
We've not seen a trailer of this yet. I love Karate Kid. As long as it's not got anything to do with the Smiths, I'm up for it. So no Jaden, because the last Karate Kid was awful. The next Karate Kid, does anybody remember, like, if you do, comment below, do you remember the next Karate Kid? Because the next Karate Kid was also pretty shit.
They haven't really hit the mark the last couple of times.
No, but this could be where they break it. We love Jackie Chan. We love Ralph. I've never seen Ben Wang in anything, but I'm sure he's pretty good at the old martial arts. So let's see what it's like.
I'm hoping because Ralph's in there, there's going to have like a nostalgic element to it. And they're
Yeah,
gonna
and he's still playing. He's like, oh, Daniel-san. So he's still playing Daniel LaRusso. So this is why I can't understand. Why can't they have Johnny Lawrence in it? If he makes a cameo, it will make the film. It will make the film. Like, you should put him in as a cameo because he's canon. He's not just in the Cobra Kai show. He's in the movies.
Yeah.
So they could easily use it. They could use the entire cast of the Karate Kid.
That I would
1,
love.
2, and 3. Obviously, not Mr. Miyagi, which is a shame. It'd be great if he was still alive. But Jackie Chan is a pretty solid replacement.
I can't wait to see it. I think
He's
it's gonna be
70
entertaining.
years old.
Who, Jackie Chan?
Jackie Chan. 70.
Whatever they're drinking or whatever they're doing, we need
How
to know
is he
your secrets.
70 years old?
That's.
It's insane.
Don't tell me that. I feel old now, Dan.
70 years old.
It's nice to see him back, though. I love Jackie Chan. I remember him in his old cartoon series, The Jackie Chan Adventures. All the movies. He's been in the Rush Hour movies. He was in just a lot of films and TV when I was growing up. It's nice to see him back on the big screen. So it'll be nice to see how his acting's evolved as he's now an elderly gentleman.
We might do a special on Karate Kid because Cobra Kai is coming to an end. I think the final 5 episodes are in March.
I believe so. It's
We
definitely
are-
next year.
I'm going to be honest. We're both struggling to get through the first 4 that they released. They are a little bit on the slow side. I'm not sure the direction they want to take the story in. I feel like they're just dragging it out for the sake they've got enough content for a season, but it's very, very slow, and the episodes are long as well. They're like an hour and 20 minutes each, so it's a bit of a slog to get through. I've loved the other seasons. I thought the finale of season 5.
Yes.
Season 5?
Season 5.
Great, brilliant. I'm having a difficult time because the actor that plays John Kreese, I can't remember he's the actor's name. He's very old, and you could see he's very aged in the show. So I'm kind of having a hard time to believe that he's the main antagonist in the show. I don't know if that's going to switch. Maybe they're going to end up doing him, and I'm not really sure. But we'll see.
I hope it picks up.
Season 1 to 5 though of Cobra Kai, brilliant. Go and watch it.
If you haven't seen it already, definitely go and check it out. It's a real feel-good. Just if you've seen the movies, it's a nice nod to those. But if you've never seen them at all, it's just a nice introduction to the Karate Kid universe or franchise. So definitely watch that. It's a good watch.
All right. And that is the end of the movie sezione.
Oh, let's go. There's a lot of movies.
There's a lot of movies, just because it is NYCC week. We still got tomorrow for other releases as well. We might do a new Comic-Con roundup if we've got enough time, depending on how well this video does, I think. Might do a quick roundup of it just to cover the stuff we've not been able to cover because it's just not been announced yet. They're still announcing stuff now as we're live because it's only 6 o'clock. NYCC doesn't finish till 10 p.m., so they're still going to be releasing stuff as we're doing the show. If there's any big announcements, etc., we'll cover it for Monday's show. As our poor Penguin reviews, they're not doing very well. This
Oh.
makes us super sad.
Maybe because people
We've
don't want to
not,
see
we've not broken
spoilers.
100 views on any of them yet. It's very sad. Very sad. Very sad. I'm very sad. I'm feeling sad. I'm feeling sad, damn it.
Yeah, I'm feeling sad too. That is a great show. If you want to check out our thoughts and feelings about the Penguin show, there are spoilers, so just be aware.
Yeah, there's spoilers in every review, yeah. Okay, so moving on to... oh, no, we got one more.
Oh, what did we miss?
We've got one more. It's a quick nod. It's a quick nod. So the Craven, not the Craven, Craven, because it's tied in with Karate Kid because of the same production company.
Yeah.
Craven and Venom get a close up at New York Comic Con. We couldn't find a trailer for Craven, but anybody that's putting up the cam version of it are getting copyright strikes. So we're going to wait till there's a proper trailer and then we'll do another Thunderbolt special on it. I like Aaron Taylor. I don't know why we need a Craven movie. It's R-rated. It's supposedly very brutal, but I don't know why we need it. Maybe it's just following in the footsteps of Deadpool Wolverine. Maybe they want to have another sort of Blade character in the
lineup.
Yeah, it's not an MCU. It's very Sony, although obviously Marvel is attached to it. But it's not an MCU property. It's a Sony property. I'm not. I don't know why we need a Craven movie. It's a very strange pick to do a movie on. I would say he's a bad Spider-Man villain, but he's not like the greatest. Maybe it's because of his interesting background. I'm not really sure, but it's R-rated. I think it comes out this year.
Really, that quick?
It could be next year. Let me have a look. It's on here somewhere.
But there's so much information.
There is a lot of information on it. But it's very, very dark, very R-rated.
Well,
I don't know if that's going to get butts in seats or not.
Aaron Taylor's been in many movies beforehand.
Oh, it's next year.
I believe he's going to obviously be very gritty. He's a very gritty
actor.
actor.
Yeah, it's next year because obviously they're releasing Venom. Venom's out in the next couple of days. So yeah, Craven's next year. And Venom, they're okay. I thought number 2 was a bit on the weak side. I think they completely wasted Carnage.
Oh my gosh, don't talk.
Which is a massive shame because he's one of the best Spider-Man villains ever. With him and Screech and...
Don't upset me.
Yeah.
I love Carnage.
Woody Harrelson was a great pick. The whole lead up to it. They could have easily put him in number 3. He escaped or etc. But yeah, they really wasted Carnage. Massively wasted Carnage. He's a great villain.
Compared, if they were trying to do Carnage from the comic books, they did not succeed. I hope at some other time that they'll get a Carnage in a Venom movie correct. They will one of these days, I hope.
Yeah, fingers crossed. But yeah, got Venom 3 or Venom Last Dance, which comes out in the next couple of days.
So Craven the Hunter, this comes out later this year or maybe perhaps next year.
It's next year.
Next year.
Yeah. So we'll keep it real to the ground. Again, once we get trailers, we'll watch it. We'll do a special. We'll do a roundup of New York Comic Con. We might do another live as well. See how we feel.
Yeah. Keep updated, guys.
See how we feel. And since we are moving on to the TV section, everybody on Kick. Sorry to love you and leave you, but we gotta move on. We gotta move on.
But thanks for hanging out with us. And
really
if you
appreciate it.
You want to continue the party, come join us on YouTube /Optimus Dan. Come over. Come and join the conversation.
All right, Kick. Love you loads. Take care. Bye-bye.
So I'm going to have to put a list together of movies to watch. Get a big bowl of popcorn in.
Yeah. Well, remember that, as we said, this is the storm before the drought. Because once these movies are done, or the end of this release window, the movies are going to dry up. Same with TV shows. Next 2025 is going to be a very, very difficult year for movie and TV news. So we're going to have to find something else to cover. Maybe we can talk about Magic the Gathering and get sponsorship.
There you go. Maybe we'll get you into the gameplay of Magic the Gathering. You never know. Dan might become a big fan of card games.
The TV section. I've got to get some
noises.
Yeah, or some transitions for it. When we start making some viewership, we'll have a look at it. Okay, so first up, Dune Prophecy.
Dune.
Which was announced yesterday. I don't think we can show this because this is an HBO. Yeah, it's an HBO property.
No.
So unfortunately, we can't show the trailer because we'll get copyright striked. But we can talk about it. Frank Herbert, his universe, is one of my all-time favorites. I love the books. I love the crappy TV show. I love the really bad movie. I love the new movies. I'm pretty obsessed with the whole Dune universe. This is set many thousands of years before the stuff happens with the Dune film and books. It's had a mixed response. when the first episode was aired. It's not been aired to the public, but for the press and the previews, it's had a very mixed response.
So is this series a separate entity from the movies that have just been released, or are they in conjunction with Z movies?
We don't know yet.
We don't know
yet. We just know that it's tens of thousands of years before the Dune that we know and love. It's instead of it being a Paul Atreides, so the books, as you guys know, it's very male dominated. Well, it's not male dominated. That's a bad take. The main protagonist is a guy. In this, the main protagonist is a chick, which is why people have issues with it. I don't know if it's down to the fact of people just being twats, because you do have the issue of that, even though there's a lot of girl bossing going on in Hollywood, etc., sometimes you do get a diamond in the rough, i.e. Penguin, which has been phenomenal. Although episode 4 was a bit too much of a filler for me. But if you want to go watch our Penguin review, see if you can get us over that 100 review mark on one of our videos. That'd be amazing.
So check it out.
Yeah, so it's been officially announced the release of the new original drama, Dune Prophecy, the 6-episode series. Only 6 episodes. That's like a really short.
That is a short series.
Really short series. Co-produced Legendary Television will premiere on Sunday, November 17th. So set your clocks. HBO will be available streaming on Max. New episodes will air every subsequent Sunday. So we're gonna have to do. Oh no, I think the Penguin will be finished. So we'll probably cover this in a review as well every week. The trailer for Dune Prophecy sets a dark and intense tone, showcasing the intricate political struggles and secretive power plays within the Imperium. For the Emperor!
For the Emperor!
The Sisterhood is introduced as a clandestine order, drawing women from across the galaxy to advance and protect the future of humanity. The trailer hints at significant conflicts with a mix of action, tension, epic visuals, as the great houses of battle control and secrets are revealed. I don't know about Cosmic Book News. I've never come across them as a outlet before. They do seem very neutral, but I am very apprehensive about legacy media, as you guys know, because they talk a lot of shit. Doesn't mean that they are one of these shills, but we'll see. But Dune Prophecy expands on the universe of Dune, created by the acclaimed author Frank Herbert, taking place 10,000 years before the events of Dune and the rise of Paul Atreides. The series then follows the two Harkonnen sisters as they face threats to face the future of humankind and lay the foundations of the Bene Gesserit. We don't like the Bene Gesserit. They're wankers. A powerful sect known as throughout the Dune universe is inspired by the novel Sisterhood of Dune by Brian Herbert and Kevin J. Anderson. Okay. So his son's books are a bit shit. Yeah, no, I don't know. That's probably, again, that's not a fair take. 4 of his son's books are complete shit.
How many books are there in total?
I can't remember, but I remember 4 of his books were unreadable for me. I didn't even make them halfway through. The cast includes Emily Watson, Olivia Williams, Travis Fimmel, Jodie May, Mark Strong again. Mark, you get around, mate.
He's a great actor.
Mark Strong, Sari Sophie Boisiena, Josh Houston, Chloe Lee, Jade Ahuka, Fowlin Cunningham, Edward Davis, Awafi Hins, Chris Mason, Shalom Broom Franklin, Camelia Beeput, Jahi, Taboo, Claritha Chandran, Jessa Pardon, Emma Canning, and Urina. I feel like I was trolled. Those names were awful to read. Alison Scarpa serves as showrunner and executive producer. I think the other issue is that people have seen stuff that Alison's put out before, and it's a bit. But we'll see. We'll see. It is a Dune property. I wouldn't say I'm excited for it, but I'm interested.
Likewise.
I'm interested to see, because this is 10,000 years in the past. My issue so far is that the technology is very similar. I mean, they've had 10,000 years to improve that technology, but it looks very, very similar. 10,000 years is a long time. So yeah,
10,000 years.
10,000 years. Captain Titus is in it. Hey, oh yeah, that's cool. So yeah, the cast is strong. So maybe it'll be okay. We'll have to wait and see.
Just don't let it be another Rings of Power situation.
Oh God, no! Please no. Please no. We've already butchered. We've already butchered one great show and IP. Let's try and make June. Let's bring it on the up and up. Because if a lot of the issues or one of the reasons we don't see a lot of sci-fi is that the powers that be don't see it as a sure thing. Other than, well, I mean, even Star Wars now isn't a sure thing either, is it? Because of the crappy writing. But if sci-fi becomes successful, we'll start getting more sci-fi properties and more sci-fi shows. In the early noughties, you could throw a stick and just hit another science fiction show. 2010 to like 2014, 2015, there were sci-fi shows everywhere, and then it just completely dropped off. We need more sci-fi, guys. Sci-fi is the way.
We're in need for the sci-fi.
Need more sci-fi. All right, so next up we've got... I'm really excited for this. This is tweaking my nipples. This is Secret Level. These are the same guys that do Love, Death and Robots.
Oh my gosh.
I'm so excited for I've not been excited for a show in a long time. This is going to be the one, I think.
This is on our radar.
This is on our radar. It's on our radar. The trailer's been leaked. I don't know if there's the trailer's attached. We'll have a look.
Sneaky, leaking all
But the
these
details
things.
about Secret Level include a 15-episode season. That's unheard of now. 15 episodes. That is unheard of. Everything's 8, 10, and 9. So this is a big deal. So it's going to be running for 15 weeks. It's going to be released in December as well. So another holiday release. It's got various IPs including Armored Core, Dungeons and Dragons, Mega Man, The Outer Worlds 2, Pac-Man, God of War, Ghost of Tsushima, PlayStation, Sifu, Spelunky, Unreal Tournament, and Warhammer 40,000. The Warhammer 40,000 stuff, I've only seen brief snippets of it. It looks fucking epic.
If they have got the same quality as Love, Death and Robots, you can only guarantee that visually, just off the bat, it's going to be one of the most spectacular animations, or it's going to be visually stunning to watch.
Love, Death and Robots is brilliant. So clever. Stories are great. Writing's fantastic. And it always takes you on a different trip. Every episode's completely different from last. Except for the 3 robots and the cats. But again, they're among my favorite. I love the robot cat episodes. They're among my favorites. Just because the robots are very funny. And I love the fact that cats grow opposable thumbs. So when the humanity's wiped out, their little thumbs, they're smart with their little fingers because they're only going to have little thumbs, aren't they? They're going to have big thumbs like us. But because they get opposable thumbs due to mutations, they're able to open their own cat food, and then they wipe out the human race.
It's inevitable.
Yes, there is a Cyberpunk episode, yes. So it's the first announced at Gamescom. Again, Love, Death and Robots, which again is really exciting.
I love Keanu Reeves.
But the cast again, blew me away, the cast. So you're going to have Arnold Schwarzenegger, his son Patrick Schwarzenegger as well, Keanu Reeves, Kevin Hart, I'm not too excited about. Kevin Hart and Boba Fett actor Tamura Morrison. That's just some of them. The cast list is big. In addition, we've also got Arena Greenback, Borderlands, Emmy Swallow, Supernatural, and The Mandalorian, Gabrielle Luna, Marvel's Ghost Rider and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Ricky Whittle, American Gods, Meryl Danbridge, Half-Life, and Claudia Dummett, The Boys. Clive Standard, Vikings, and Michael Beach, Mayor of Kingstown, he's very good on that, Michael Beach. I love Mayor of Kingstown. I think it's great. Again, Tulsa King, very good show. If you've not seen Mayor of Kingstown and Tulsa King, what are you doing with your life? Go and watch them.
Get it saved on your playlist.
There is a teaser trailer, but it's an older trailer. But we'll watch it. We'll give it a watch. So imagine if the Warhammer episode does really well, we might get an entirely animated show of Warhammer 40k.
Yes, please.
Look at how good the animation is. Love, Death and Robots just blows me away. And now they've got an
levels-
Amazon budget.
You
It's going to be
will open
phenomenal.
the door. Because you
The level
are
of
the chosen.
artistry with Love, Death and Robots is exemplary.
All those moments.
Look at that.
It's a new adventure. Just for you.
Wow.
Come in.
Oh, you've seen it already, have you?
To play.
Well, on this.
December 10th.
You've seen the secret level movie, have you?
It is beyond beautiful. I'm very excited to go and watch it. I think it's going to be something quite special.
Legalize no holds barred fight.
I think it's another Gamescom trailer, but we'll watch it.
In 2291, in an attempt to control violence among deep space miners, the New Earth government legalized no holds barred fighting. The Undermining Corporation, working with the NEG, established a series of leagues and bloody public exhibitions. The fight's popularity grew with their brutality. Soon, Leandro discovered that the public matches were the most profitable enterprise. The professional league was formed.
It's
A
the Unreal
cabal of the
Tournament.
most violent and skilled warriors in known
Sure.
space, selected to fight in a grand tournament.
The animation's phenomenal. Oh, yeah, we've seen that, yeah. Yeah, we saw that as well.
It's time.
Animation's a bit dated now, though, but it did come out in like
This world has
2010,
waited for your arrival.
2012, something like that. Animation's very dated. Story was good,
It
though.
is you. You will open the door. Because you are the chosen.
But the animation on this looks phenomenal.
All those
You can tell
moments.
it's Love, Death and Robots behind it. They're only going to have the finest artists and
It's
people
a
working
new
on this.
adventure. Just for you.
I do feel that TV is like completely taking out movies. The level of skill and creativity.
No, these are separate stories. These are 15 separate stories in different universes and different game universes. They're just showing a lot of the Unreal Tournament episode. I think that
You
was the
have a
first one
game
made.
to play.
I think it was the first one made out of the episodes, so it's got a lot more footage to show. But it's different. We need Unreal Epic was the House of Unreal. You built even by yeah, exactly. I think it's because they're going to bring it to Fortnite, mate. It's going to become one of the Fortnite IPs.
Oh,
Yeah, there's whispers about that happening at the moment. So one of the islands or the sections, I don't know what they call it in Fortnite. One of them is going to be tournament style, but it's going to be confirmed in February, I think. But it looks like it's going that way, which is what I've taken all the games off of the store.
so secret level, the one to look for. That's
Yeah, I'm
December
excited
10th.
about. I'm really excited about. Secret Level is tweaking my nipples. I love stuff like this. Love, Death and Robots. I absolutely adored. I loved the Final Fantasy movies growing up as well. Advent Children and the other one I can't remember the name of that had that again had a very good cast in it. I love full sequenced CGI movies, especially if they've got a very good story. But it's just the talent they put behind it, and if they got good story and writing behind them as well, it just takes your breath away. Yeah, because it gets me all teary eyed and stuff. Because I love this kind of stuff.
But that's going to be definitely one on the radar. I can't wait for that. It looks like December is going to be the one to
Yeah.
sit at
Wait
home.
for the gaming section. We're going to talk a bit about Concord. Got some info about that. So another show that I'm really excited for, that I'm really enjoying. I love the comic books. Invincible season 3. We haven't had the 3-year wait like the fucking second season. That was brutal, man. I didn't think it was going to come back until it was announced. I thought that was it. I thought we were only going to get one season of it. I thought Amazon had cancelled it, but it was just due to issues and COVID and everything. That's why it took so long to come out.
That's understandable.
But they've now hit a stride, and they've now worked out how they can have a much shorter release schedule. I think it's just due to the fact that the studio they used for animators as well was very new. So they're very, very green, but now they're kind of working out, how to release stuff on a shorter schedule. But I'm really excited. I loved seasons 1 and 2.
If you haven't seen Invincible, catch up before the new season comes out. It is incredibly gripping. You are drawn in from the very get-go. Dan introduced me to Invincible. I love it too.
And obviously being Robert Kirkman, don't fall in love with any particular characters.
No, be warned.
Because they all die. Because it's Robert Kirkman. He's a bigger troll as fucking George R. Martin.
That is one I am definitely going to make sure that we've seen.
February 7th. Oh, yeah, bit of Invincible.
So catch up while you've got the chance before it's released, guys, because I think it's one of those shows you do need to watch the first season and the second season to grasp anything that's going to be potentially happening in this third season. There's a lot that goes on.
So moving away from the West to the East, we're going to talk a bit about Batman versus the Yakuza League. Batman Ninja. This is a strange one. We can't show you the trailer because HBO will Nexus and give us a copyright strike, so we can't show it. But we're going to talk about it.
Because we love a bit of Batman.
Love a bit of Batman. It's the first Batman Ninja property since the last one, where he faced off against the Joker. It looks. We both watched the trailer. It looks interesting. A lot of die-hard Batman fans are not fans of the animation, so it's too rigid. I think it's just because it's not Western animation. I think that's the. Yeah, I think that people have got an issue with that crossover. I thought it was good. Looked cool to me. But they announced this on Thursday at Comic-Con. So Batman returns from medieval Japan to the present times. That's where he was when he was fighting the Joker. The unusual phenomenon continues. The trailer starts the mysterious Yakuza storm warning. Here, countless Yakuza are falling above the Gotham City, and an island of Japan appears in the sky. Green Lantern, Ayan Sakura, and Aquaman, Akio Otsuka, and the Flash, Nobuyuki Hayama, who have also been turned into Yakuza, and stand in front of Batman, Kochi Yamadera, as he fights a group of Yakuza who are occupying the city. What will happen to the world? What does that mean when Ra's al Ghul, Koshiro Yanji, talks about a new world brought in by the Yakuza League? So all the heroes get turned into Yakuza. The art looks cool to me. I don't see an issue with the art.
Very striking. See, I have no knowledge of anything previously that's been Batman Ninja before this. So if you...
The Batman Ninja properties before he faced off against the Joker. The Joker pulled him into the past. Then he had to fight Harley Quinn and the Joker. It was different. I don't think anybody expected them to ever bring out something like that. It was lukewarm. It did a lot better in Japan than I think it did in the US, but people still went to the cinema to watch it, so yeah. Again, we can't show you the trailer because HBO doesn't like us. They'll just give us a slap across the wrist.
So if you're into your Batman franchise and you like the cartoons particularly, have a look on YouTube, see if you can find a trailer, give it a watch and let us know if you like the look of it, and you'll give it a watch. I think we'll give it a watch for sure. We like things that are related to Batman.
Yeah, if you want to hear about Reacher, that was in the last episode. So if you want to hear more about the Reacher stuff, go and check out the last weekly show.
Episode 4.
We talked about that before. Excited about Reacher as well. Reacher's the shit. Excited about Reacher. Also, staying in the anime-esque zone, I'm excited about this one as well, because this is Shinichiro Watanabe, who did Cowboy Bebop and also Samurai Champloo. He is a maestro of matching music to his work. Arguably, even if you're not a fan of jazz or acid jazz, Cowboy Bebop is probably one of the best anime soundtracks ever made, arguably. I still think it's fantastic. It's definitely up there with Ghost in the Shell, Standalone Complex, which is also Yoko Kanno. They're both Yoko Kanno, just putting it out there. And the Seatbelts. Very, very cool. Seen them in concert twice. Good shit.
I bet that's incredible in concert.
Very good shit. Very, very talented musician group he's got with him.
Cowboy Bebop is obviously everybody. Most people love Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah, I mean, if you grew up in the 80s and 90s, Cowboy Bebop would have been on your TV at some point. Even if it was like at 2:00 in the morning on Channel 4, or later on one of the crappy anime stations they try to bring, or just knowing it through proxy and getting it on DVD or Blu-ray.
What a throwback!
And obviously the terrible remake that Netflix did.
We don't talk about that.
We don't talk about that. We don't talk about that. It was wasted. They could have done a much better job on that.
So with this show particularly, what are we to expect?
So according to Shinichiro, don't expect another Cowboy Bebop, because that's not what it's about. It is an action anime. It does resemble. I mean, when you first watch the trailer, unfortunately we can't watch the trailer because it's Adult Swim.
Darn it!
But it is a nice sci-fi action resembling his work in Cowboy Bebop. The show that helped the entire anime industry across the globe, or as a global industry. But after meeting up with the anime titan in the lead up to 2024 in New York Comic Con, it seems no quicker way to drive Watanabe away from a project than tell him it's what he should do. Because you can't tell this guy what to do. He just does his own thing. He follows his true north. It might be the other reason as well why it's taken them 25 years for it to return to the genre. So Lazarus is the project name. It's 13-episode series which will be on Adult Swim in 2025. It's a grim look at the future, which is where most futuristic shows seem to go nowadays. The trailer makes it look decent. It looks very fast-paced. I've always liked his style, so I think it could be definitely worth a watch. Could definitely worth a watch. Again, without looking at the trailer, we can't really tell you much because it's all in Japanese. But what we can tell you is it's going to be the front runner for Adult Swim, which is a big deal because Adult Swim don't like to spend money. And then off the back of that, Rick and Morty has been renewed for another 4 seasons. So it's now been renewed up to season 13. Bearing in mind it's only on season 8.
My gosh.
So season 13 has been renewed up to. So it's making that much. It's that much of a cash cow for Warner Brothers and Adult Swim that's been renewed to season 13. This is going to be in the same This is going to be in the same release window as the new Rick and Morty show. I don't know if they meant by I don't know if that's the animated Rick and Morty or if it's the actual Rick and Morty. I've got no idea. It doesn't say, but it's going to be released at the same time, so you're going to watch Rick and Morty first, and this is afterwards.
Ah.
So yeah, again, we'd show you the trailer, but we can't because arseholes.
So it's going to be a great time for animation. I do like Rick and Morty. I mean, 13 seasons seems a long time into the future, but
I think if you're a fan of Samurai Champloo or Cowboy Bebop or an anime that's driven by its soundtrack, I think you're going to like Lazarus. But when it comes out, we'll review it. So we watch all that shit, so you don't have to. Talking about shit. Did we have to have we really got to do this? Can we just like not talk about it? Can
I'm
we
sorry.
skip it?
This has become a thing on the weekly show now.
Oh, come on, man.
we
Nobody
have-
wants to listen to it. Nobody
We
gives a shit.
We must complete this. We can get through it, Dan. We can.
Nobody gives a shit.
Nobody does, but we don't even, and we have to watch it. So I think we should go there. Let's do the chat of kindness and
Alright.
let them not have to watch it, so we get to
Alright.
explain.
Agatha All Along, episode 6.
Wah.
Familiar by thy side. I will give it its plus points. One of the plus points being is that the rest of the annoying cast are not in it for near its entirety. It's a 45-minute run, which is the longest episode in the entire show. I don't know why they decided to make the origin of Wiccan the longest part of the show, but there we go. Maybe the final episode will also be 40. I saw it's 47 minutes.
Oh my
Bearing
word.
in mind last week was only 22 minutes. Thank fuck.
Why is it getting longer? I don't want it to be
God,
longer.
it was all like last week's was awful. So
I think they could have gone anywhere from last week's episode. That was quite abysmal.
Catherine Hahn. What the fuck was it telling us that Pauline was Agatha Harkness? That's crazy. We asked Alexa and
We
she told
asked-
us wrong when we
yeah.
were writing the script. So I'm glad I'm not running off the script. I would tell you.
Alexa, you lied.
Yeah, twat. Catherine Hahn, she's an acquired taste. And she's not my taste. And she annoys me. Every time she's on screen, she pisses me off. I'm not sure if that's the point. Maybe it is, but I don't think I've ever liked her in anything she's been in, so yeah. But this is the origin story of Billy Maximoff, played by Joe Locke. It's another one of those which is quite strange. The Penguin and Agatha seem to be running parallel. Because there was 2 origin stories this week. You had Billy Maximoff on one, and then you had Sophia Falcone on the other.
Yeah.
And my first take from both would be that they didn't need to make it an entire episode, and they could have condensed it into 20 minutes.
Easily.
And had the other half episode to do something else. It didn't need to be, you
As
know,
drawn out.
45 minutes or an hour long. It didn't need it. Plus points to the episode. Again, Catherine's not in it. I know people love Audrey Plaza, but she's fucking annoying in this. She's not in it either. None of the other witches are in it. It's just a brand new cast in the middle of the season, which is very strange. I don't know, Cog. What do you think? I don't think they really need to do this episode. I feel like we already knew the origin. I feel like we've just been force fed.
Unfortunately, due to certain things, Funko Pop being one of them, we were a little bit spoiled into knowing that he was Wiccan. I don't know if that would have really changed our perspective of the episode if we hadn't have known he was Wiccan. I do think out of all of the episodes so far, and I know this is going to sound mad, I think this was probably the strongest episode out of a bunch of bad ones.
Yeah,
And
like
I think that's
Joe
only
Locke's not a
because-
bad actor.
I think only
It's not bad.
because we didn't have the other witches. For some reason, when all of those witches are together, the episode becomes a poor episode.
There's no chemistry between the cast. I think that's one of the major problems of the entire thing. Not the major problem being the writing, but the second problem being that there's no chemistry between any of the cast members. And any time you see a spark of anything, the writers just completely douse it by a terrible dialogue or a really bad plot decision. So, yeah, the Billy Maximoff story or Wiccan story is very sad.
Mm.
It's the soul or essence of Billy Maximoff. Again, spoilers, but you guys are not going to watch this anyway. It gets transferred to the nearest dying or dead body. So when Wanda Maximoff had Westview under her control in the Scarlet Witch series, WandaVision, and she powered herself or powered the entire Westview bubble down, all of the essence of Vision and her 2 sons disappeared into, they thought disappeared into the ether, but what actually happened was when she powered it down, both essences got thrown into 2 dead or dying bodies. So Billy Maximoff is actually not Billy Maximoff. He's actually William. Was it? Or was another William? What was the character's name?
I believe it was William, but I'm not too sure.
Whoever he was before has now completely been wiped. So that kid died in a car crash, which is how Billy Maximoff took over his body. That bit was kind of interesting. I was like, okay, well, they've done it like the comic books, which is cool.
They've stayed true to that part.
Yeah. But unfortunately, we then had the whole overly gay relationship, which I thought was really unnecessary. I mean, I could handle like they were. I don't know. Just drives me out the wall when it's force fed to you again. I obviously we know that fans of the comic book, Billy Maximoff is in a gay relationship with Hulkling. Awesome, but I felt like it was too
obvious.
Yeah, and it was force fed to you in an episode. We didn't need that much. It was too gay. It was too too in your face. They just needed to tone down the gay a little bit. They were cute as a couple, though. I'll give them that.
Sweet.
Very cute. Again, one of the highlights of the episode. But it was force fed to you. It was too much. The other thing that I thought was very strange, and Cog said the same thing, is that they reintroduced Evan Peters.
Yeah.
Evan Peters as people know, is the Quicksilver in the Fox X-Men movies, but they brought him into WandaVision to be again Quicksilver in WandaVision, and I never understood that creative. I never really understood why they did that, because it didn't really make any impact on the story other than people went, "Oh, that's the one for that."
Pointing out the obvious, in case you didn't know already, he was that character to go, if you hadn't seen, that's what you're seeing.
There's a boner joke that I don't know the origin of, but they called his character something because his name's Boner. So his Reddit name, which is how Billy Maximoff found him, was Raging Boner 27 or something, and they made loads of boner jokes after that, which fell flat. That wasn't funny. But he finds out from Ralph Bonner, Evan Peters, that Agatha Harkness is still under a spell because she was cursed by Wanda Maximoff. And he then goes to Westview, finds Agatha, and then everything you saw in episode 1, where she was pretending to be a cop, or she thought she was a cop because she was under a spell of Wanda, and then you thought it was going to be a cop procedural drama, a very badly acted one, which I'm fucking glad it did, because it would have made it even more unbearable than it is now. And then he breaks her out of the spell, and then she becomes Agatha Harkness again. They both have power, so they've both got magical power. Billy Maximoff can't control his because he's only just found out that he's got this Wiccan circlet blue power stuff.
Yeah.
And Agatha's obviously, well, not obviously because you guys haven't seen it, but she's got her power from Alice Wagilliver, which was one of the witches from the last episode, but she ended up killing. Because one of Agatha Harkness's powers is she's a spell or magic succubus, so she just drains the life out of other witches, and that's how she continues to be as powerful and stays young, etc. I think that's the episode.
The overall consensus of the episode is we've had 2 comparisons of origin stories, one being from Agatha All Along and one being from Penguin. The one with Agatha All Along is more of a unnecessary episode. We didn't need an origin story. It didn't really add any. It didn't need to be as long as it was. Like Dan said earlier, it could have been condensed down a lot more, and it would have still flown in with the series. Agatha hasn't had any strong points whatsoever for me personally so far. This was okay yet again, but nothing that really stood out, and all the humour fell flat. But it was interesting to see how Billy came into the story.
Plus points was Joe Locke. He's not a bad little actor.
Yes, he's very good.
The coupling he has with Eddie, or Miles Riley, who's the guy who's playing him, the relationship's quite cute. I just thought the tonguing and kissing stuff was a little bit too much because it is supposed to be a kid's show. They've not done that for any of the other characters. We've had no lesbians, guys. There's been no lesbians
We've
in
had
there.
tension.
We've had tension,
but nothing.
but no tonguing each other.
So if you're gonna have gay, you gotta have lesbians.
Yeah, you got to even it out. You got to have gays and lesbians. You can't just have one type. You got to demographic in that.
But seriously, on the whole episode, what would you rate it?
What did we give last week? It's a 2.5.
Yeah. I'd give this a 3.
Yeah, 3 or 4. 3 or 4. This isn't going to change your life, folks. If you ever come to a point where you've got nothing to watch, I still wouldn't watch this.
No.
Honestly.
I was going to say.
Honestly, I would not watch this. It's awful. Any interest in the show would probably this would be the strongest episode so far because you find out a bit more about Wiccan and how Wanda Maximoff's powers work in the MCU.
It's the
But
biggest connection to
Yeah.
WandaVision. If you're
And
into
Wanda
WandaVision.
and the MCU, but other than that, it's pretty flat. And any hope that we had of Evan Peters reprising his role as Quicksilver have been doused because he has no powers, and we find that out in this episode. So, him reducing him in WandaVision was a complete waste of time. Again, I don't know why they decided to do that. I have no idea. Stupidity, that's what it is. Stupidity.
So stupid.
Just to also throw into the mix, if you want to see our reviews on The Penguin, again, they are spoilerific before you watch it, but if you don't want to watch it or you're not really interested in it or you want to find out if you are interested in it, just go check out our vids. They're all on the Chanel. We reviewed episode 4, and we were watching episode 5 this Sunday, and the review will be up hopefully Monday, Tuesday. So it'd be nice to get those review vids over 100 views because, it take a while to edit, so
And with Penguin, we enjoy watching that one.
We do. But we've got a lot of shows coming up, so we're going to be really busy. I'm going to be forever editing, I think.
It'll be okay.
I hate it so much. It sucks. All right. And saying that is the end of the TV section. For those who's joining us, who have joined us a little bit late, there is a lot more information coming out of New York Comic Con because they are running till 10 p.m. tonight. Eastern time, we obviously can't talk about all of it because it's coming out as we're doing the show. If there is any more interesting information, we might do a New York Comic Con recap on Monday just to go over the stuff that we've missed.
Yeah.
As well as the Penguin episode, but we'll see. If there's anything more interesting than what we're speaking about or other stuff that we think you guys might like, we'll do a recap episode. But that's the end of the TV section. It's just for me to edit.
I like the sound effects. They're very.
It's very Wayne's World. It's just so I can edit when we do the shorter stuff. All right, so moving on to the gaming section.
Oh, it's games.
Ugh. It's also doom and gloom on the gaming section.
Yeah, I would love to have one of the weekly shows have something positive come out.
Yeah, it's always so like, bleh.
But there's still a lot to talk about as ever.
Yeah, so have any of you played Subnautica? I played Subnautica.
You did. I haven't.
This is Subnautica 2, and this is the trailer. We'll warn you, this is Sweet Baby Inc.
No! My eyes!
Yeah. Same, mate, but this has got Sweet Baby Inc. all over it. Same.
Fishy, why are you sleeping?
I got all the fish.
Okay. So with Subnautica, there's been obviously a first one.
Yes.
Sweet Baby Inc. had nothing in relation to that.
No.
either.
Sweet Baby Inc. wasn't even a thing when the
That's
first
what I
one came
thought.
out.
So this is going to definitely be a different aesthetic.
Yeah. So there's already an investigation into it because people are very anti-DEI, as you guys know. I just want studios to make good games again. I want to make the game industry great again. I just don't want any of these shit. Some of the games coming out are just abhorrent, and I just don't want. I just want us all to be able to enjoy games, enjoy stories, not have narratives and virtue signaling and just shoved down your throat when you're just trying to have a bit of escapism. The world is shit enough. We don't need this crap in our games. End of story. And unfortunately, the biggest red flag, because we are on Twitter, was the fact that Jack Septigeye commented.
Oh, you can hear the trailer.
He commented on the trailer below, and that was a paid comment. And there's loads of other comments as you go down the list, which are notable streamers and content creators that were paid to give it a thumbs up. Now, Gary D, one of the people that are very anti-DEI, was one of the people to say, "What the fuck is this?" Now, as we know, the West at the moment are going through a stint of uglifying characters. We don't know why they decided to uglify characters. You can have gay characters that are stunningly beautiful. I don't know why all characters have to be ugly as fuck, and that is pretty terrifying. I was having a joke with somebody yesterday about Mary Jane in Spider-Man 2 and how the fact she looks like a, they said he's sleeper paralyzed demon. That was, It's not good. It's not good. The upside to Subnautica is it's going to be multiplayer, so you can play with your mates. I don't know if that's going to help out the game itself. We won't know until there's more information. Maybe while it's early access, give it a go, find out for yourself. We might try it as well, see if it's as bad as people say. But for people that have already played the early access, they're not
impressed.
They're not impressed. They're not impressed. But this is all paid comments, unfortunately.
So you can't trust anything anymore with these paid comments or
no. There's an entire investigation about it, but I won't delve into that today. I'll give other streamers enough free advertising as it is. But yeah, this is going on. This is the thing. It's a shame because Subnautica was a great game.
So the first one's been good.
Yeah.
We're hoping the second one will be just as good, but it seems very doubtful being the fact it has
Sweet Baby Inc. are attached, probably not. Unless they're going to dump Sweet Baby Inc. off. The trailer's not been very well received because of how ugly the characters look.
Yet again.
Yeah, we'll have to see.
Why is there a offence with having beautiful characters or having aesthetically pleasing characters?
Because they want them to look like them. They want to be represented in the game, so they have to make the characters look like they do. Which is why Mary Jane looks like she's got a man chin in Spider-Man 2, because one of the writers looked like Mary Jane does in Spider-Man 2. So she put herself in the game. Which is why she looks nothing like the face actor. Yeah.
Just stop it. Just make beautiful characters and just stop being so uptight about everything. Just loosen it up. Just sort of...
It was very good, yeah. And it's a shame that they've just... I don't know why they've just... The best news this week is that that Sweet Baby Inc. and Virtue, which is the other company like Sweet Baby Inc., are being dropped left, right, and centre by so many of their studios that they've hooked themselves into. I think that's the best news this week. They're just getting kicked off of every game, and so many games are now going into reproduction or shut down production, or they're just cutting their losses because the game's too deep with DEI, so they can't bring it back. It's gone past the point of being called a bigot or a racist or transphobic, because the games that have any of this stuff in are failing. They've all none of them have made any money. The other Sweet Baby game this week was the Bandai Namco Unknown 9, which I wasn't going to talk about, but we'll briefly talk about. That completely failed. It had the top games on. I think it was got to about 168, and that was the peak. And since then, it's just dropped off. And when they did the trailer or when they did the walkthrough, the dev walkthrough, only 150 people tuned in. Bearing in mind the Bandai Namco account on X is 2 million, 2.5 million, something like that.
Ouch.
Nobody wants these games that keep being made. I don't know why they keep being... It's like they're adverse to making money, and yeah, it doesn't make any sense. Oh, it's back. Oh, no, it's not stop the video, is it? Yeah, cool.
Yeah, you're fine.
So Conan, a game we've been playing for a long time, has now got another DLC for it. This one is much better than Age of War. So I'm going to show you the trailer now. Let us know what you think.
You found me among the ashes. Broken. I did not understand why you helped me. But now, I see. You are a leader. Where you build, people flock. And yet, I see only ruin. Vengeance calls me. I shall answer. Fate shall know my name. I am Freya, warrior of the Aesir.
Age of Heroes.
Even the strong can be led astray. Find them. Lead us to glory.
So it is out now. Something that they've never done in Conan is they've given it an actual storyline, and you've now got voiced companions in it, which is a really interesting addition to the game. A lot of complaints that people have had about Conan in the past is that it's very open and you don't really have any kind of direction of what to do other than just the dungeons and finding your own path kind of thing. This is actual voice storyline. When you find your companions, you then go around Hyboria, and they all have whatever section, different voice, but it's an integrated story within the gameplay. There's also new ways of getting thralls. There's a new building system. There's new combat, so it looks more fluid. It's not as slow. Those that have played it before that didn't like the building aspect of it, maybe play it again now that there's more of a storyline to it. But yeah, we're gonna try this out. If it's day recording today, we're gonna try this out tomorrow. So have day recording, yeah. Looking forward to it.
I'm excited. I am excited to have a story to follow and maybe see how that changes the gameplay. I'm actually looking forward to that. I'm a big Conan player. I like Conan Exiles. You guys got me into that very much so. So I'm curious to see how it adds to the game.
So, in his first chapter of Age of Heroes, you meet Lufey, a Khitan sorcerer, and Freya, the Azir warrior, and embark on each of their epic quest lines to gain their loyalty as a permanent companion. These fully voiced characters will each gain unique perks, then based on your actions during their story. The time has come, exile, to lead these heroes through a blaze of corruption and vengeance. So, whatever companion you choose, you then go on the story with them. I think you can do both, which is kind of cool. One of the things I'm looking as being I'm not a very good builder. Cog's a better builder than I am, but I'm looking forward to seeing the Eternia base we've got. It's more of a thriving settlement. So the thralls you then capture then do their own thing. They're not just stuck to their benches. They get up and walk away. They interact, they cook, they dance together. So it looks like more of a thriving settlement, which is what we've always wanted. Because you find it very stagnant that once you capture the thrall, they're always stuck on their bench and they never move. Or the guards, they do have like rotation, so you might have one set of guards on guard duty, then they move away, they sleep, etc. So you can see them asleep in their bunks and etc., which is kind of cool. Too long didn't set, so companions live in settlements, cages in exiled land, bug fixes, and much more. So again, there's a lot more bug fixes. Barkeepers can now be found. Well, it's the other additional stuff because we've talked about that stuff already. Rescue and recruit unique followers who will join your pursuit to dominate the exiled lands. Help them overcome challenges through multi-day quests across various locations and encounters. So there is going to be dailies. They've dropped the battle pass, by the way. The battle pass is no longer a thing. So you earn rewards just by playing the game, which is great. A disembodied voice summons you to a perilous situation on the east coast of Celestial Plaza. Hear the plight of a sorcerer leave Faye and aid him in his struggle to survive. Billowing black smoke will lead you to Freya's hovel in the Highlands. Discover what tragedy has befallen the warrior Freya and help her overcome her demons. Each companion has several unique perks to unlock. The perks they receive are based on the actions taken during this quest line. So, a lot of stuff.
Additions.
Also, the additional stuff. Barkeepers can now be found and rescued from cages across exiled lands. We've all got bars, and we've never had barkeepers before. So that's kind of cool. Engage in combat with a tavern patron will now kick them out of your tavern. That's kind of cool as well. It's a nice little touch. And crafts are now able to be rescued from prisoner cages found within the Stygian Legion camps after successfully thwarting the Purge. So the Purge system's been updated as well. For those also interested, we do have our own Conan server, which is very high end. If you want to join us on Conan, all you need to do is become a co-fian. And that link, it will just below the video after the live. So make sure you check it out. I think it's actually there now.
I think
it should be.
So check out Ko-fi.
Check out Ko-fi and join us on Conan. Exciting times. So yeah.
I'm excited for that one. I do like a bit of Conan. I think this is giving promise for June that's hopefully going to be released next year. So
yeah, I think they're field testing a lot of the stuff they're putting in June in Conan. So that's a good sign. It's a good sign. We just hope the rumours we're hearing about June aren't true and it's just the media just being shits.
We'll
Fingers
make our
crossed.
own
Fingers crossed.
decisions.
Okay, Tales of Kenzara. Again, unfortunately, this is another doom and gloom story. We do apologise, but we need to report on it because people need to know.
They need to know the truth, Dan.
The developer of the game lies off an entire team and puts an entire game division on hiatus, previously claiming the game's sales were fine.
Oh.
This is another unfortunate casualty of DEI and Sweet Baby Inc. Although I think this one was Virtue, not Sweet Baby Inc. Oh, no, it was Sweet Baby Inc., yes.
What a surprise.
So the game started off as something, and it was looking quite positive, and then they completely changed the face of it when they joined the project. The lead developer or the director lied about the game sales, and it was quite healthy. It was making a steady flow of income. It only takes 30 seconds to work out that it doesn't. So unfortunately, the team has now been made redundant. This is another casualty of, again, virtue signaling, not listening to the audience, and putting in unnecessary... We've talked about this so much. I hate talking about this every week. But it's literally come to a point where every single week, another studio shutters due to this shit. Like the studio's not shut down, but it's on its last legs, and it's had to fire people just because it's not following or listening to the fan base. They're not going to learn. Well, we hope they do, but by the time, as we said before, by the time they do, the studio won't exist because it'll be shut down. But the problem that people have got with this story is that they, again, the studio and the executives have had to lie through their teeth to make it look like the game is a success when it wasn't. And you can check the stats so easily just by going onto Steam or PlayerN, and you can just see how many people are playing the game, and it's just in there in black and white. And again, numbers don't. I've said this so many times. Numbers do not lie, but these guys tend to do so to kind of
not hurt their ego.
I think they believe it's like they believe that gamers are idiots and they can't just look up a website. But there we go. Again, it's a shame. People lost their job over it.
I hope the
What
day that we don't hear something on the weekly show saying people have lost their jobs or there's poor sales in games. I'm hoping that there'll be a turnaround and it'll be sooner rather than later.
Indeed. Indeed. Moving on to another new game that's announced today. Let's have a look at this one. This is called Chronos, The New Dawn.
Chronos?
It is French, but don't let that stop you. It's a French studio. It does look interesting.
show us what you got, Cronus.
Oh no, sacre bleu! It is a French studio!
Oh no, my croissant!
Baguette, baguette. Chateauneuf des Papes.
Ooh.
Doesn't look well, does he? Coming all that claret.
Enough chess.
That's interesting.
Wait, there's a little bit more.
It's obviously a horror third-person shooter.
Oh, here they come. The
So you can
teams.
wish list it now. Cool.
I'd give that a go. That looks pretty cool.
Yeah, it does look interesting.
So that is Cronus, the New Dawn.
It is. Also, the Fallout fans have had another announcement about, because we were talking about this before, Cog was talking about this. Fallout New London has just had a massive patch. And they fixed a load of the problems that people were having while playing the game. So this is the trailer for the new patch.
Oh,
Greetings and welcome to the latest update for Fallout London, version 1.02. In this update video,
We
we
won't
will
much
be
on this.
outlining what you can expect in the most recent update to the mod, showcasing what's in store, and officially announcing
look at
the
the door.
newest update, which you can now download on GOG. The team's been hard at work since the release of the mod, tinkering, updating, and ensuring every part of your experience is polished and running better than ever. From visual and stability improvements to squishing bugs and quest fixes, we couldn't have done all this without you.
Fesco,
A
love it.
huge shout out and thank you to our amazing community who have been so active on our Discord. Your feedback has been invaluable in helping us find those bugs, rework those quests, and ironing out every little detail. Whether it was something broken, not working as intended, or just feeling a bit off, you guys let us know about it. One of the biggest focuses of this patch has been updating quests and improving stability and performance. Optimization has also been a huge focus. We've done a deep dive into the assets of the mod, tweaking and improving them to give you a more stable and enjoyable experience, no matter your setup. That means faster loading times, smoother gameplay, and less of those pesky crashes. Building London. A focus for
Building
the level
London.
design was improving
London.
the visual cues and level flow for certain areas in the mod. We know that some of you found certain areas confusing or a bit hard to navigate, and that's on us. You'll notice clearer paths, greater signposting, and an overall improved experience in those tricky or densely detailed areas. In this patch, we didn't forget about those immersion home records and comics. At release, we seem to have spiced them up a little too much, either making them far too powerful or just downright broken. This should now be addressed in this update. But
Cool.
don't worry, We didn't.
So there's
tweet
a
So
lot
the
to
good
read.
news is that a lot of the
development team
issues that people had
absolutely
before,
loved the
where you
memes,
just felt a
but
bit
the community
aimless
being
because we
desperate
didn't have
to find
an
cigarettes to
actual
gain the respective buff.
arrow of
We
showing you where to
couldn't take
go
that
or
away
what to
from you.
do.
We
They seem
have
to have fixed
now
that,
added
so that's
a
cool. But if you
player
want more
home in
information,
Bromley, accessible
because it is
and
a very long video, it's
customizable
like 10 minutes
from
long,
the
go and check it out on PC Gamer, or just go to the Fallout London Discord.
But we mentioned in one of the previous episodes on the weekly show, I thought it was kind of amazing, especially with the London aspect of Fallout. There's so many incredible mods. People really get immersed in this particular map or place in Fallout. So I think it's going to be great to see so many updates and improvements. It's going to be cool. I think this is a really cool one to look out for if you're into your Fallout games.
Well, it's out now. You
It's
can
out
download it.
now. Oh, okay.
You can download it. It's out now. And last but not least, for today, if you are a Amazon Prime person, you can get loads of free, cool Bioshock and Doom Eternal stuff. There's also other bits as well. You got Hive Jump 2, Scarf, Tomb Raider Legend, The Eternal Sindler, Spirit of the North, No Straight Roads. I've actually played that. It's not bad. Bioshock Remastered, Doom Eternal, Dread Out 2, Ghostbusters Spirit Unleashed Ecto Edition, which is the Ultimate Edition. Priest Simulator, Vampire Show, not played that, but it sounds kind of cool. Killing Floor 2, and Zombies Ate My Neighbors, Ghoul Patrol, which is also a very fun game. So you got all those free games coming out this month, which is pretty awesome.
We like a bargain.
Guys, we are trying a shorter format because we thought that 3.5 hours was too long for anybody to sit and watch, so we have knocked it down to 2 hours 20. You'll have to let us know what you think of the shorter format. Again, without your input, we can't make improvements to the show or how we narrate, etc. A lot of work goes into these shows. We have to do a lot of work on research, especially when it comes to news, etc. It's very, very time-consuming to edit as well. So if you can help us out as a community and let us know what you do like and what you don't like, it helps us make better videos. It helps us tighten up the edits. And it also helps us get out content quicker as well. If you haven't already, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We do really appreciate the support. Also, if you want to become a member, you can do on Twitch. On YouTube. You can also, if you want to support us more, you can also become a co-fian, which massively supports us as well. Helps keeps the lights on.
That makes things like this happen.
Exactly.
If you guys have any requests, like someone kindly had today, let us know with anywhere on our socials. Obviously, priority will go to our Ko-Fi members. So if you have anything that you'd like us to discuss in a future weekly show, make sure to contact us, and then we'll see if we can say it in another episode.
You can do so under the video, or just in the community section, or on Twitter, or through email. Entirely up to you. But that has been the weekly show, episode 5. Thank you very much for tuning in, guys. We do really appreciate it. And thanks for bearing with us. Again, if the NYCC stuff, if any more does come out, we will let you know, and we might do a recap episode on Monday. But please keep an eye out for the Penguin episode on Monday, Tuesday, because we'd like to get some views on those, please. You know what I mean? Help us out.
We want to discuss. This show's so great. We want to know who else is watching it so that we can nerd out together.
All right, gang. Everyone have a really nice rest of Saturday. Enjoy the announcements at NYCC, and we'll see you soon. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.